So, okay, it's Tuesday, which means it's time for an art haul. Okay, so last Tuesday's video, we did landscape, and I gotta tell you, I don't fucking love it. We're gonna have to do something about that. So, we're back to portrait. Deal with it! Sorry, not sorry. Anyway, because it's Tuesday, it's time for an art haul. That means we're gonna share stuff. Things. Some things. Not all things. Most things. You're gonna see some of the things I bought on the video. Some of the other things I bought, you're gonna have to scroll into the post below, which if you're watching this on YouTube, you'll have to hit that link at the top and it'll send you over to Patreon where you can see everything. And that's because I'm still in the process of moving and putting things away and finding things, and those things actually happen to be in a storage unit, and some of it's in the closet behind me. And I'm not exactly sure where all of it is. So yeah. Oops. Baby care, don't care, deal with it. No, sorry. So, what the fuck, right? It's Tuesday. Tuesdays are for hauls, usually art hauls, but sometimes I do a magic haul, intuitive haul, this haul, and every now and then we have a happy mail when somebody likes me enough to send me things, which doesn't happen terribly often. I understand. So anyway, the whole purpose is for me to share something I got from my business, from my work, from my creative pursuits, etc., and then let you know what that is. Give you kind of a heads up. Oh my god, this is super. Dude, this is slept on here. I don't like it. I'm not digging it. Whatever. Look like it come from the wild rumpus. Like seriously, kind of did. Kind of. Not really. Not a fun one. Kind of a terrible one. But anyway. So my brain stopped. Wow. Just wow. What happened? The train of thought went into the tunnel. It was glorious. It's terrible. I really hate when that happens. These things like crooked? I think they kind of are. Wow, that's weird. Just now noticing this. Guess it doesn't matter. Guess it doesn't matter as long as it works, right? Right. Yeah. Yeah. But it gives you a heads up on something I got. I can tell you where I got it, give you some ideas, maybe something helpful or useful for your creative projects or whatever the fuck it's for. And I like to share. Sharing is caring. Let's go good. Then it's irresponsible. Kind of mean. Too soon? Yeah, maybe. So, what I got? Okay, I got some hankies, or fabric for hankies. Thread to sew, said hankies. I also got some thread of a different kind for tatting, and then some yarn also for tatting, and then a spool holder. Is that that's everything? So, all right, where I got it was AC Moore, which is closed now. So yeah, you can find the stuff like at pretty much any craft retailer like that series, like Michael's or Joann, or even places like Walmart that have craft stuff. So we'll go in reverse order. Bam, guard holder. This thing is awesome. I love it. I've already used it. Obviously, right now I'm holding it, so it's not in use. This goes on my actually the last place it was on one of my work altars that's dedicated to weaving and art deities, and notably Brigitte and Athena. Yes, they come from two different cultures. No, I didn't ask you for your input. Mind your business. Okay. I actually have a statue for Brigitte, and I have a spider, which is a Halloween decoration, that is like an Arachne reference, which is a myth that Athena is part of. But both of those deities are related to handicrafts and art, and I identify with both of them for different reasons. And it's my business, not yours. Don't worry about it. But yes, thread holder. So it's like it's a bunch of sticks with rods the little tiny sticks on them. I like it because then I can display on my thread. Now, I'm not putting my sewing thread on here. I will say that. Usually I'm putting other thread on here because my sewing thread lives in a box that has little peg things like this. And I have my sewing thread and the bobbin thread paired together. So that would be where some of the sewing thread is. That goes with these fabrics are. I like this. Now, one thing I will say about this is these things are really delicate. I think I knocked it over and snapped one of the pegs. I think it's one of the ones on the bottom. And I glued it back together. But, yeah, you gotta be careful with them. And some of these are amazingly expensive for, like, what they are. Like, this, I think, holds, oh dear God, I have no idea. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Yeah, this holds 60 spools of thread. And I gotta tell you, I don't know how much it was, but I've seen ones that hold like this much or maybe a little more that are somehow so much more expensive. And I'm just like, what? So like, shop around. Okay, that's the moral of that story. Yay, hooray. The tatting thread is actually Aunt Lydia's crochet thread, which again, if you want to see it, you can scroll below. I've got it in this orange color, and then I've got some Patons Grace, which is a, if I recall correctly, a sport weight yarn. I think so. Because it goes 0 is lace weight, 1's fingering, 2 is sport, 3 is DK. Yeah, so it's sport weight yarn, which is usually used for baby stuff. It's 100%, both of them are 100% cotton. I think Lydia's is mercerized cotton, which means it's shiny. It's been chemically treated to have a sheen to it. But they're both orange because I think I bought them with the intention of making something orange. And I wanted 2 different sizes because like Aunt Lydia's is like straight legit thread and Patons Grace is yarn. I mean, yarn is thread. It's fat thread, basically. Basically. Let's not make it complicated. And then the fabric, gosh, what was the thread I bought? Let's see. I got it in a red color and black. And I'll like link it. It'll be all down there. So don't worry. Now the fabric, which I'll have, I bought it because it's fun. So we got one that looks like, why am I horse doodles? I haven't been talking that much. Got some nice little chevron-y doos or zigzags or whatever the fuck. More. Yeah, I have this strange fascination with geometric patterns. Stars, because, I mean, come on. Obviously. This is like an arrow kind of thing, I think. Sort of like the what is it, the fly, the arrow? I'm not sure. The feathered end. Rainbows. Come on. How could I not buy this? And paisley, which is just fucking obnoxious. And then this lovely yellow, like, I don't know. There's like kind of mandala overlain with like just giant floral patterns. So all of these hankies are for me because I don't collect a whole lot of things, but I like neat stuff, and this is neat stuff. What's going to end up happening is whenever I make these are fat quarters, and a fat quarter means it's like 18 by 20 some inches, and sometimes it's 22, sometimes it's 25. This one is 21 inches. Are all these 21 inches? Yeah, these are 18 by 21, but sometimes they're a little bit bigger, and it depends on the width of the starter fabric, because everything is half a yard long and then half of the width of the fabric, basically. So you can get, I feel like that has to do with why it's called a fat quarter. Because you can get 4 of them out of a yard. Right? I think that's what the hell that's supposed to be. You know, I'm like the worst seamstress ever. I don't know some of these things I don't know. And it's just because I haven't taken the time to think about it. It's like, whatever. But like this is going to be interesting. So what's going to happen is I'm going to square this out. So I'm going to make this an 18 by 18. And then I'm probably going to make somewhere closer to like 17 inches. It's going to be like 17 some change. Is what's going to happen with this. And the strip that's left over is going to go into my mending box, because I need a mending box, actually. I need a box of fabric, because right now it's like in a bag, and the bag is starting to be like, I'm too full. Which is funny because I have plenty of mending to do, so I have plenty of ways to use up that fabric rather quickly, especially since I like to procrastinate my mending. So yeah. So why the fuck? I got on a hanky / cloth napkin kick. I took a sewing class, and it was around the winter holidays with Sarah Curtis. So I will let's give Sarah a fucking shout out on here. Let's see. I think I'm gonna link her Instagram. And then, hey Sarah, hi. Your weirdo student who's way too overeager about sewing. Is there such a thing? There's not such a thing. You can't be too eager. It's the appropriate amount of vigor and eagerness about making things at all times. Damn it. Anyway, hooray. So, she had a cloth napkin class at the Visual Arts Center in Richmond, which let's like link that too, because yeah. So if for some reason you find yourself in Richmond and you're local and it's convenient for you to take a class, like do it. Obviously with COVID going on right now, I don't know exactly what they're doing and how they're doing things, but it's a great thing, and like it's like one of the many reasons why I wouldn't want to leave Richmond, is because I wish I had discovered it like earlier than I did. So anyway, but actually I took the first class with her at Studio. Oh gosh, is it 5.2 or 2.5? Oh shit, I don't know what that one is. And that is how I heard about Biz Arts, because she teaches over there. So she mentioned it there, and I was like, okay, I'll go over there now. So yeah, there. I got on a cloth napkin kit. And a cloth napkin and a hanky, I mean, they're really not much different. So tea towel, like they're kind of all the fucking same. They have very similar finishes. Usually with a hanky, what you're going to do is you're going to use, like, a lot of times people will use a lighter hem, like a rolled hem, which is very tiny, very delicate. And if you've ever looked at a kerchief or like a bandana, a lot of them, that's how they're hemmed. And so it's like just the tiniest of hems. And whenever the hell I get myself situated here and get my sewing machine out of storage, because that's where it is right now, I will get back to this. So these are on hold, unfortunately, but I'm still totally gonna collect awesome ass fabric, because I can at least prepare this and like wash it, iron it, and cut it. That I can do, and then I can put the ends in my mending bag. Hurrah! Box. Trunk. I don't want to have like a ton of mending stuff, but I want to have like a nice selection. Mostly because I want it to be used, which means I have to use it, right? Which means it's no longer in the bag, box, container, what the juice ever. So yeah, that's how that happened. But I started making them, actually that time I started making some cloth napkins for the home. I made a bunch for gift baskets. So like, because I'm extra, so I got a basket, I got a wicker basket. I got one that was red, one silver, one gold, right? Got Christmas themed fabric, and like baked from scratch some zucchini bread, and it was just fucking delicious. And like wrapped it all up and included like a set of 3 napkins, and then the thread for the napkins matched the basket, because I do the most when I do gifts. I am epic amounts of extra. So yeah. And then I started making some for the house while I was in class, and just basically finished up, because my favorite is a mitered corner. Like it's bitchin'. I love it. It's really nice and neat, and like I perfected it. Thank you, Pearl Soho, which I'll link to. So yeah, by the way, I'm going to link to some of these things, and just a reminder, I'm going to do my own like versions of these tutorials and some of these, you know, on Patreon, on YouTube, on the blog and everything like that. But for the meantime, until I get there, right, and whatnot, I'll link to whatever I referenced. Just so you can have all of this stuff in one place. Like, that's part of why I'm making all these things, and like putting my own spin on it. And like, sometimes I don't like how people explain things, 'cause I do a better job. And also, I'm used to people coming to me who have like little to no experience doing the things that I do. And so I'm very thorough about how I explain things. Let's see. Oh, Soho. Mitered Corner. Yeah. And so we're going like old school to this, when I like would constantly forget to put things in my notes and have to update them live while like I was making the video. So yeah, we're just hackney right now. It's cool. It's whatever. But yeah, the threads for that folder, the tatting, I'm obsessed with. Duh. Of course I am. And now I've got this amazing idea to combine the two. Because of course I do. What? That's what happens. I get these like strange ideas while I'm talking to people, and they just pop in my head. Because like, I'm gonna blame the ADHD for that, like, or credit it, or whatever, you know. My brain's constantly making connections and like looping and squirreling and swirling and do barrel rolls. And so I'm always thinking of things, which means good luck getting and keeping my attention, for one. But yeah, that being said, we can look forward to seeing these finished at some point, and finish Object Friday and see them pop up in some Work in Progress Wednesdays. Although usually what I do, these are like, I can do a hanky in a day. I can do several hankies in a day. So there's a really good chance I might skip the Work in Progress Wednesday like entirely, because yeah, stuff and things. So that's it. That's everything. We got like what? We got technically 2 more videos to make. What is that other thing I'm supposed to be sharing? I don't fucking know. The 23rd. Okay, so there you go. All right, that's it. All right. All cheese. Okay, seriously though. So my question for you today is, what's the last creative thing you brought for your art? I'd love to hear from you. Where'd you get it? What is it for? What you gonna do with it? Do I need one? Can I have one? I can has. As always, if you want to see pictures of everything, so the individual bits of fabric, the spool holder, and the thread that I don't have to show you, then you can scroll into the post below. Reminder, if you're watching this on YouTube, you'll have to hit that link at the top of the video, and it'll send you over to Patreon. So don't worry, you'll get to see it too. Okay, yeah, all right. As always, of course, I've got all these links. So remember, I've got a link to Sarah Curtis's Instagram, probably. If I can find her somewhere else, I might put that too. I don't know. I know that I follow her on Instagram. The Visual Arts Center of Richmond. So if you're in Richmond, Virginia, and it's open and you're so inclined and you can get into a class, fucking do it. It's awesome. It's great. Maybe one day I too will teach there. And then I think it's Studio 2-3, not 2-5. I don't know. Whatever. The studio is linked below too. Yeah. And then the Mitered Corner tutorial from Pearl Soho will be linked below, as well as all of my websites and my active social media, Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, where I like to hang out the most. And I want to say a big thank you for being here. And because you stayed to the end, your reward is, what are we talking about tomorrow? Tomorrow's Work in Progress Wednesday. Because it's Wednesday. Because this is what we do on Wednesdays. We wear pink. Okay, just kidding. Oh, God. Me and my, like, weird 90s movies, like, seriously. Like, I've been on, like, a 90s kid kick, like, permanently, it seems like, I guess. I don't know. Whatever. So, I wanted to say a big thank you to everybody who is watching this on YouTube or Patreon. Remember, if you're watching on YouTube, to like and subscribe. And, of course, hit the bell. Ding! So you can find out what other weird shit I want to talk about. Weird, random, huh? What? Yeah, huh? Yeah. And consider, if you're not a patron already, going over to Patreon so that you can help me make more videos like this, and you'll also get a little input, and you'll get like super secret scroll notifications when I do other stuff that I don't share anywhere else. So until tomorrow, bright-eyed and bushy-tailed and ready to share what we doing, I will see you then. Toodles!